Hey guys, good evening everyone. It's October 20th, 2020. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about the action that happened in today's market performance. And I bet a lot of you guys are smiling as of today, actually, since yesterday. Let me just pull up my tools here. So apologies for the noise in the background. It's currently raining in my area, and let me just set this up. Okay, there you have it. So before I get started, by the way, welcome to our channel. This is Miss JD. I discuss your favorite stocks in the Philippine market. I analyze the charts using my Bollinger Band over here, RSI, and just the volume. I only use these main indicators as my tools to analyze the data. So the scope of this exercise is just purely on technicals. Once in a while, I would talk about what news that happened behind each stock. But normally I would review the most trending ones, the highly requested ones. You can actually comment it in the as soon as I put this video up. You can just comment your stocks like what they did here, so I can also review them. Okay. So in today's episode, oh, one last thing. Don't forget to subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. All right. Since yesterday, so let's get started. Since yesterday, we have been noticing some nice moves from the market, right? Today is, oh yeah, today is already a Tuesday. So actually it started yesterday, so we have been flatlining for the past how many days, and so far, as you notice here, the price is just holding at the MA20 level. There was even a scare that happened here. It was almost triggering the MA20 line, and good thing we were able to recover that yesterday, and it continued today. So I'd say this has already broken out of this short-term resistance. The next resistance that we are going to really beat and challenge would be this level over here, 6162. But if the volume continues to increase, then I'd say breaking that level is gonna be very easy. And so far, our overall movement in the index is just still sideways. So in a Darvas box, this could already mean a near the resistance level. But in case it drops, most likely it'll just retrace around the 6,020 or up to this area, because now we have already crossed the path of our MA20, so that's a more promising state than the ones movements here below the MA20 line. So currently, the lowest drop that we could possibly experience would be a 5,925 level, and that's one thing we need to also anticipate. So if there's really no big negative news involving the country, then it will just probably start breaking this or stabilize above the MA20 line. So that's our forecast in the next few days. Let us see again how it will pan out the following week. I like the fact that we came from a constricted Bollinger Band and we're starting to trigger an upward movement. Similar to what happened here, we started triggering the upper band, then you have a significant move right after that. Okay, so let's start. Let me see. So I was not able to record yesterday. It has been a busy day yesterday, and don't worry, we're back. I have captured some of these, but definitely I'll go through the list from top to bottom, the highly traded ones, and then we work our way downwards. Anyway, the night is so young. I can perhaps record another one so I can cover more stocks. Okay, and most of these that you have requested are actually highly traded ones today. All right, let us start with JFC. Finally, this is already the second day whereby JFC has been giving some good signs of recovery. Actually, not exactly the second day, but it is the second day where we officially had broken out of that resistance. So we had a good breakout for JFC last night or yesterday, part of the body. So I had some buying power, but good thing the buying power I had from yesterday, I reallocated and added more funds in uh, BDO, and so it also did a good run today. Um, the reason why I did not enter in JFC yesterday was the fact that only part of the body exceeded the resistance level. So this is my resistance area, our nearest resistance yesterday, and so it's like I'm still 50-50 at that time. I know that there was already a significant increase in the price. And I said, let me just wait for a confirmed candlestick outside of the resistance. But I think the sentiment is really so positive across the board. That's why in today's performance, this stock did not even wait for me. It did a gap. It did an increase by 9.31%. But I'm not. I don't regret because I also added those funds in another good stock. So I am invested in this stock. So it looks like our video the other day on the 5 resilient stocks that are likely to survive the pandemic did a good. I don't know. Did a good result. So all these stocks that really had a good performance today were mentioned in that video. I can also put that here, put it in the description. So now, um, what I can say here is that because we already did a breakout, and oh wow, there's a 281 million on foreign buying. That means there's a big chance that this stock will. This is just the beginning of the uptrend for GFC. Although we are here at the overbought level, there will be just some slight fluctuations in the price. But your new support now is around 150.90, and then most likely it will just gain some, some. It will continue to increase the momentum and start to push the price higher. Imagine how much we have dropped from that time. So at one point it even reached the 300 level. Now we're at the 150-ish area, still at a healthy level at this point. And this could already mean a good sign of recovery. So that is JFC. So this is a perfect time, especially for investors. Guys, don't be scared. While the others are fearful, again, this is a great opportunity to start accumulating volume because I think um, now that we've seen recoveries in the index, I really feel that in the coming days, bullish movements are really about to happen. It's just starting. Okay, next would be BDO. BDO, another great setup, especially for position traders. So we've been doing sideways, right? And the Bollinger Band is very constricted. Now we are starting to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. So there was some profit taking that happened earlier when the price reached around 92.35, but that is fine. Those are just traders who are locking in some daily earnings. But overall, how are we performing in terms of its technical analysis? Number one, I see some really good bullish sentiment here. Imagine the volume. We have been just trending on average around this area, very flat, and now there's a big spike. Okay, so there's a chance that it will really recover in the coming days. Great setup at this point. So this is one of my favorites. Seeing from a constricted band, and it starts to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, because we will see some more uh, movements in that direction. Okay, so maybe consider adding some more volume in this stock. And one of the most stable banks in the country, nothing to worry about that. GTCAP as well, nice. Imagine this, from a constricted Bollinger Band starting to trigger the upper band, something like this. So even if you're just a day trader, I'm not saying just a day trader, if I may phrase it differently. Even for day traders, you could already lock in, like using this historical performance that we have here. So the price started to trigger the upper band, and then it pushed the price higher. If you were to look at it, it's just a small spike, but that's already a 20% increase in just the span of less than a week. Um, so for this one, even if we are just going to repeat that from here, around 500 level, okay, so maybe it could repeat the same, uh, just in case it will just repeat the same movement, right? That's a good, oh, it's already up here. So let us say tomorrow it continues to move higher and you're able to enter from here. That's another 23%. That's your nearest resistance. But if you are a long-term investor from this on this stock, great setup as well. Even if it fluctuates or it resists right at this level, I just feel like using the Fibonacci retracement tool, you could anticipate the area where it could potentially drop, and that's your opportunity to add more volume. So let us say it drops at that area, then most likely it will go back to either here, or here. Last drop would be 0.618. That's the ideal retracement drop. Okay, so just find your entry, but definitely anywhere from 407, anywhere from 400. Let me remove this. I cannot see. Okay, anywhere from 430 and up. Yeah, around 428. Anywhere from that point to the 528. Actually, 528 would be your nearest profit taking area. If there's a sign of weakness there, you can lock in some profit. You don't even have to exit all your positions. Just sell some so that when it drops, you can just re-enter again and still maintain to have a lower cost average, and then at the same time you already have some profit locked in. Okay, so again, another stock with a very promising setup, because imagine how much this stock has already dropped, and we're just beginning to recover, starting to show some bullish signs there. Same is true with our BPI over here. I think the rock stars of today are really the stocks in the index. So I'd say pretty much the same as what happened to JFC. This is the first day that really ignited the bullish movement. So it's the first candlestick where 3/4 of the body is already outside of the breakout point. So chances are there will be some more bullish sentiment by tomorrow. The only thing here is that we don't really know, like what JFC did. It did not even go back to that previous support. I mean, previous resistance, establishing perhaps a new support at that level. So it just went all the way up. So it's up to you tomorrow. Maybe if you're into BPI, find your entry. But if you feel that 69 is an okay level, which is currently 2.15 away from the previous resistance, which will be a potential support. If you're okay with that threshold, then go for it. Because overall, if you're a long-term investor, that's still a healthy level. Now, if you want to be a trader, and you know traders really cut their losses really quick, don't cut your loss at the exact point where you have the support, because normally price goes back to the support. So you have to provision anywhere somewhere below the support. So if you probably enter at 69 just in case, because you want to re-enter right away. So maybe you can have a threshold of 3.5. It all depends on you guys. If let's say you're okay to lose 3.5, then that's fine. But if you feel that this is already expensive, then you have to haggle. You have to wait for it to go as near as this one so that you can have a much better threshold. Let's say your tolerance to risk is only 2, then you have a much lower provisioning below the support level. That is if you're okay to wait. The only question here is we don't know if we'll revisit that. So have a plan, because for any variation to the plan, this area could still work provided X happens. This area can work provided Y happens. Those scenarios. So try to map out your strategy before you even execute your buy order. But overall, if you are to ask me, another bullish stock in the market, um, attempting to do a breakout. Tomorrow could be a confirmation. So what if tomorrow people will take profit? Then that's an even better story, because you will be given a chance to enter at a much cheaper level. Okay, the next is Ali. Ali also is showing almost the same looking pattern over here using our Bollinger Band. From a constrictive one, we are triggering the upper band. And if you are to just create a comparison, side-by-side comparison, the same is true with what happened when the stock price was on a negative sentiment. When the price started to trigger the lower band, what happened next was you had a significant drop. And that's what we are anticipating at the moment. We feel that there will be some more bullish movements in the coming days for this stock. So anywhere probably 30.72. Yeah, you can haggle there. So if the price fluctuates around this level, already consider entering if you want to enter in Ali. I see some more bullish movements here. Super. Imagine how steep the drop was since what, June of last year, and we're starting to recover. Mary Mart had a drop. Why? Let me see. Oh, imagine this. So this last Friday was already a sign that there will be some profit taking that will happen. This is a bearish candlestick validated by the candlestick yesterday. That was already your cue. And then what's good about the situation now is that price level dropped. So I think this wick is already a sign that it is respecting the MA20 line. So we are still overall, if you're to expand your horizon or timeline, it is still respecting that price level. So I'm thinking MA20 will still be respected at this point. And for those who are believers of Mary Mart, this could be a good price level to probably start entering again. Enter as near as you can to the MA20 line, which is the current situation here. So I think a good stock to also start watching. PXP. Okay, so the profit taking started to happen. For those people who are already profitable, guys, this is already 100% gain in just 2 days. Imagine this, more than 100%. So if you have not taken profit yet, think again. That's already 95%. I hope you have already taken your profit, because tomorrow, mind you guys, there could be some more selling pressure that will happen, considering that we still have this gap to fill and another gap to fill over here. So it might even go back to the 6 peso level in the next few days or even weeks. Okay, 620. Let's use this first. Okay, let's use that first because there's a resistance here. We might establish a new support at that level. If not, it will most likely drop around the MA20 line. Okay, so consider other stocks for now. Now, on the other hand, also is attempting to revisit your MA20 line. 4.17 is the key level we're looking at. No, 4.19 is the key level we are looking at. Wow, but there's a foreign buying that happened. So I just feel that there will be some more selling that will take place by tomorrow. So just prepare your buying power around the 420, 419 area because there's a big chance it'll go back there. This, on the other hand, is another interesting story. It dropped. You guys are given the chance to maybe add more volume. I'd say, let's see. This is somewhat on a critical stage, but if it drops, actually, there. If the price starts much lower than 611, chances are it will really go back to the 540, 550 area. I don't think my 5 peso level will still be revisited. If it drops, it will just go back to 550-ish. But you know, there's a foreign buying that happened today, so maybe people are, and big institutions are also starting to accumulate. Let's see, interesting day. And then look at this. This could be a resistance. Yeah, check that out. Okay, if it breaks out of this level, then nice. That's a good breakout there. 549 would be lowest drop at this point. Okay, Pure Gold. Let's check out Pure Gold. Third day of stopping right at this key level over here. So let us see now if it will sustain. Look at this. This used to be your resistance area, and it stopped right at this key level. So I think that is an important level to consider. This could be, let's see, if tomorrow creates a green candlestick at this area as well, then you have a bounce. Also, look at this. We are now at the oversold level. So another interesting fact to take note of. Yeah, check that out. Bloom. Bloom is also, well, it started to climb up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm plotting our support at the nearest MA20 level. 7.16. That's the nearest area. You have a weakness in today's performance. It could go back. In fact, it was already revisited at this point, but there could be some more selling that will happen and allow you to think again around the 716 area. That's the nearest support we are looking at. What about ICT? ICT did the same, but what's nice here is that this long wick has been established. That could mean as well that it just bounced at the support level. See that this also used to be your support, but that's a wick. Slightly higher is fine. It's an area. So you 113.44. I just feel like there's still a chance for you to get a 3 peso discount. So wait for that. TEL. Okay, another interesting day for TEL. So there was a profit taking that happened, and then there was a bounce. But just be extra careful. This could just be a short bounce and then continue its drop. So far, it is following this downtrend channel. So it might continue to persist in the coming days, but let us see if it will create some stabilization right at this point, or it could be here. Yeah, that's where your support, because that's 3 days of stopping at that level, and then you zoom to the left. There, then there's another one here, another wick that touched the area, consolidated here, another resistance here, and another resistance here. So this key level is, I think, a significant area to watch out. Now, what's interesting here is that this is your downtrend resistance. If we break out of that, then you have a good breakout play. The moment it crosses above the MA20 line, that's a good story. We might see some more bullish movements after that. Okay, so I think that is our first part. How many did I review? One, let me see, up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 11, 12, 13. So I was able to review 13 stocks for you guys. Let us see tonight if I will be able to record a few more. It's going to be very exciting. I had fun looking at my part today. So I hope you also did well in your trades, in your investments today, and in the days to come. In the meantime, if you're liking the content of our channel, I would appreciate if you could also hit that like. It's my way of knowing if this video is also helping you guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for now, and let's chat again soon. Bye bye for now.